Ogbc 2, 90.5 FM.
Hello there, it's another beautiful Saturday morning, and I'm sure you're enjoying your weekend. The program is Feminine Scope on Ogbc 90.5 FM. We host women and ladies who are on top of their careers, women who have got a niche for themselves, and women who we're so proud of in this generation. It's for them to also bring up generation next, for them to learn a thing or two from. My name is Ogbc on TS. As you know, strong women wear their pains like they wear their shoes, no matter how much it hurts. All you see is the beauty of it. Without wasting much time, let me introduce our guest. My guest is Engineer Temitayo Adegbuyi. It's nice to have you in the studios, Engineer Adegbuyi.
Thank you so much, ma.
Yes, my pleasure. We'd like to start from the very basics. I'm so happy that I have a professional in the house. What was growing up like for you, Engineer?
I grew up in Lagos with my parents. I live with my father and my mother, and I went to a Methodist primary school. I started from Eleja Primary School in Yewa before my parents moved down to Lagos. I now joined Methodist Primary School in Iwutuntuma Foluku Oshodi. I later moved to Ikeja Grammar School in Bolade Oshodi, where I had my secondary school certificate before I later got admission into the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, where I did my ordinary national diploma. Then moved to the Polytechnic Ibadan, where I did my higher national diploma. And in my quest to acquire more knowledge, I did my postgraduate diploma at Ladoke Akitola University in Ogbomoso, and later entered for master's degree in electrical engineering at the Federal University of Agriculture in Abeokuta, Ogun State here. That is how my career line has been.
Okay, that's great. You grew up in Lagos with your parents, your mom and dad. How many are you from your parents?
Well, actually, I'm from a polygamous home. I'm the second daughter, the second child of my own mom. And if I look at the line of the number I am in my father's children, I'm about the 11th child.
Are you serious?
Yes.
How many wives
did my father have?
Yes.
About 7.
Just 7. You just have said just 7. Your dad tried to. So that's great. So what was growing up like generally with your siblings, other siblings from your dad? Were you all living together in Lagos? Same compound?
I was actually born in Ibadan.
Okay.
He has a house in Ibadan.
Okay.
Before he moved down to Lagos, some wives are in Ibadan. About 3 of them are in Ibadan.
Including your mom?
My own mom is in Lagos.
Oh. So let's share how you grew up with other siblings and other wives.
Well,
what number was your mom?
Number 4.
Number 4, I see.
Mm-hmm. Well, my mom is a petty trader.
Okay.
And normally we go out to sell for her after the school hours. And this did not disturb me from facing my career. After school hours, we normally go to sell her, because she trades in farm produce. So we go out to sell for her. And even before we go to school, sometimes we take some of our produce to our customers.
What type of produce?
She sells pepper, fufu, and so yam and the rest. So we take them to the food sellers that will use them for the day before we go to school in the morning. And when we come back from school, we'll sit down to help her to turn the fufu. So, and as I will be turning the fufu, I will be reading in one side. And that was how...
Even in Lagos?
Even in Lagos. In Mafoluku.
Mafoluku.
Yes.
You were selling yam, fufu, pepper,
and
even in Maful, as a Lagos girl. Oh.
Yes, ma.
So what work was your father doing?
My father is
for him to be able to afford
surveyor.
7 wives. I'm just wondering.
Yes, he's a surveyor, and you know what they do in those days? He's a licensed surveyor who moved from one town to the other to go and solve it. According to the story I was told by my mom, it was when he went to survey for his dad that his dad says, "Oh, take this girl as a..."
So he now surveyed your mom.
Exactly, exactly.
That was gain for the survey. That's great. So the relationship between you and other siblings, would you say it's cordial, or every woman to her own children?
Well, when we were growing, we eat in the same pot, do things in common, and it will not be all that so cordial. It's not all that hostile as well.
Everybody was careful.
Exactly. We grew together, and thank God, both my mom and my dad, they are still alive till
lucky
today.
You. How about otherwise? All 7 of them are still alive?
No.
Okay. You've lost some?
We've lost some.
How many?
And we still have some. We've lost about 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. That's good. Lucky you. So how old is your mom now?
My mom is over 70 now.
And your dad?
My dad will be 90.
That's great. So in all, how many are you, your siblings?
Wow. 1 year I come off follow much.
But I'm sure you won't be up to 50 now.
No, not that. But at least.
But we can raise 2 teams from your team.
Exactly.
We can raise 2 teams conveniently.
Exactly.
Okay. That's wonderful. And in all these, seriously, you were able to go to school. Yeah. Who was fending for you?
I would say both of them.
Oh.
Both of them. My mom is committed to making sure that we go to school. So as my dad. And when I was in secondary school at the Grammar School, I happened to be the best graduating student, the best student in mathematics.
Because, almighty mathematics.
Because whenever my dad is going out for his survey, he doesn't look at me as a girl. He takes me along. And when he comes back, then there is no calculator, no computer for them to compute. They use this permutation and combination stuff. And so he will sit me down. We'll be using our heads to calculate together. And when he tells you, this combination, and you don't answer him on time, he will give you a knock at your forehead, and that make your brain come back. It will reset the brain immediately. So all this helps me in my mathematics. I happen to be the best overall student in mathematics for my set.
Oh, that's great. So what informed your choice of career? Engineering.
I would actually say my flair for mathematics and the encouragement I received from my dad actually makes me to feel I can go into engineering, because it made you to know that whatever a man can do, a woman can also do better. And since I realized that what so many people are running for in secondary school, which is mathematics, I was able to excel. And definitely engineering is a career that has to do with mathematics. So what I know to do best, then let me go ahead in it. So that informs my decision into studying engineering.
And do you have other engineers in the family?
Well, no.
You are the only one. Any surveyor?
Yes.
Okay, that followed daddy's path.
Yes,
yes.
That's
great. And out of your children, you have an engineer?
No. They are into medical line.
Medical line, still science bias.
Yes.
That's great. At what point did you start work?
Actually, when I finished my higher national diploma at the Polytechnic Ibadan, I happened to be the best graduating student in the Faculty of Engineering. And my faculty then
asked
me to stay behind and lecture. But at that period in time, their lecturers were having some issues about their pay and the rest. I said, don't let me stay. When are they going to solve all these problems? That was the period when they were having so many unpaid arrears. That was the reason why I opted out to go to some other industry. When I finished my youth service, I served with Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. They gave us a temporary appointment then before they moved down to Abuja, to their permanent site in Abuja. I gained employment with a consulting firm that took over the building they were using in Lagos because I was in their maintenance department when we were in Ikoyi Falomo. So I was there with them, and then the man needed somebody who understands the day-to-day running of the building, and she happens to find me worthy, and she engaged me. I started my career ladder with him in a private organization, and later I moved down to the government service. I started with the Ministry of Health as a procurement officer in the Ministry of Health for a World Bank project. That is the Health System Development Project 2 then. So I started my career at the ministry with them. So after the Ministry of Health, I did intercadal transfer to the Bureau of Electrical Engineering Services, because as an HND in the ministry, you are on an executive cadre. And since I've gotten my current and I'm also a master degree holder, I obtained an intercadal transfer form. Then I was deployed to Bureau of Electrical Engineering Services, where I'm still serving till today.
That's interesting. In all these, you didn't tell us the names of your parents, because we know you, Temitayo Adegbuyi. Who are your parents?
My parent is currently the Baale of Ibogun Alasia, Chief Christopher Adegoke Oyegbami, and my mom, Mrs. Grace Anike Oyegbami ni Oladiton. The Oladitons are from Yewa.
From Yewa.
Ibeshi.
From Ibeshi. That's your career progression as we speak. At what point did you decide to settle down?
That was after my being engaged with the consultants in 1998. I got married in November 28, 1998 to Mr. Adegbuyi Jimo Fatai, who happens to be an accountant then, and we are blessed with children.
Oh, how is the marriage now?
We
thank God for mercies received. That's interesting. The program is still Feminine Scope on Ogbc 90.5 FM, and my guest is engineer Temitayo Adegbuyi. In the field of engineering, we don't normally see women. It's like people believe that, when you call engineers, is a forte for the men. How are the women faring in the engineering profession?
Well, you know that the general belief of people is that engineering is a profession for men. And now that people are seeing it, somebody like me and some other women too that are in engineering, we are trying to encourage other women to come into engineering as well, and to let them know that this profession is not gender biased. For you to be a female can also excel in the profession. And there are so many campaigns out there as well, even in the international organization, trying to encourage women. There are so many opportunities for women in engineering these days. And this is trying as much as possible to draw more women into engineering. And that is why there is a campaign right from primary school to secondary school. Now they are encouraging girls to study STEM projects. This will help them.
What is STEM project?
Science, technology, engineering mathematics.
Okay.
This will encourage girls not to feel that mathematics is something difficult that they cannot cope with. So it will help them to be able to put in their best into studying mathematics and into going further into engineering as a profession. So there are so many things that we are doing, even in Ogun State. Presently, we are having some girls that right from their primary school, we have given them scholarship to study sciences in their secondary school days, and if they go into engineering after secondary school, we'll still sponsor them through the university, and after their graduation, the letter with them has given them an assurance that they will be employed into Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. And there are some other things we're also doing, like quiz competitions for girls in junior schools, in senior secondary schools as well. We have some girls in junior secondary schools now that are enjoying Abeokuta chapter sponsored scholarship that is being anchored by past chairman Engineer Olanike Ogunbono. We call that scholarship Engineer Olanike Ogunbono Scholarship for Girls in Engineering. We took these girls right from their junior schools. If they continue in sciences after their junior school, we still sponsors them in their senior secondary school. If they enter the university and they are still studying engineering, we still continue our sponsorship with them. So also we have support fund. We call the support fund Engineer Lola Banjo Support Fund for girls to study engineering. This too is to encourage our girls. These ones are within our local environment here. And there are some international bodies as well that are sponsoring girls in sciences, as well as if they are ready to go into engineering. All these are available for them.
How do they access it? Because we are hearing, we are doing this, we are doing that. Is it for the privileged girls? Or there is a way that girls can just walk in maybe to your secretariat and have access to this opportunity?
Actually, what we normally do for them is this. For those girls that we took from the primary school, we arranged with the Ministry of Education to give us girls all over Ogun State to compete in little engineering practicals like the buoyancy, the communication skill, and the rest. And we picked 10 out of them.
Okay.
We don't even look for girls from private schools.
Okay.
We go for schools, local schools, government schools, public schools, where we know that we have vulnerables and we have children that are willing to grow, but they have little or no support. Those are the kind of people we are picking. And even those ones that are having the local support as well, we had a competition for them. Not that we just pick them or people just walk in or it's a nice service. Okay. We did a competition for girls in public schools.
Okay. I just wanted to get that right so that people will not start asking questions that, oh, they are picking themselves and they know who they are picking. Be that as it is.
Thank you.
Yes, be that as it is. I want your advice for this generation, the Sorosoke generation, the youth of today. You look at them and you wonder that where is the value in hard work?
Well, what I will tell them is that hard work pays. When you study hard now, you are going to reap it in future. And for the fact that you are being sent on an errand by your parent does not mean you should not get to where you are supposed to get to. When I was in secondary school, I do go on errands for my parents.
You said you were hawking.
I was hawking.
Yes.
And yet, I happen to be the best overall in mathematics. Doesn't stop you from being what you are supposed to be. In fact, obedience pays because it keeps you low and allow you to achieve what you need to achieve. So for you to be what you want to be, you have to be diligent. You have to be hardworking. And you have to know what you are doing. So many things attract youth of these days. Phone, games, and the rest. You should give less time to all these things. Not that the social media is bad, but you also need to develop yourself, because you will find more benefits in developing yourself than in whiling away your time on too much engagement in social media.
Thank you so much. It's really nice having you on this program. I wish we could continue, but time is not our friend. And just before I let you go, you like music? Or you are too a fico to listen to music? The way you are trying to answer me is like I'm trying to force it out of me. But for the purpose of this program, what music would you like me to play for you? Shola listen. Good. So at least you like Shola Lisa's music. I'll get that for you. thank you so much for coming to this program, and it's our pleasure. Wish you well, and our best regards to the entire family.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome, man. So that's the edition of this program on OGBC 90.5 FM. Everything that has a beginning definitely will have an end. And I thank my producer, Temilade Tijani, assisted by Fumilayo Akitoye. My studio manager is Bukola Olatunji. Again, I thank my guest, Engineer Temitayo Adegbuyi. My name is Toyin Shogbeson. You call me TS. Till next week, do enjoy your weekend. Good morning.